All right, welcome back to Local Podcast Mogul. In this module, we're going to be talking about Reference USA, yet another, what I believe to be another secret weapon of mine, and hopefully it will become yours too. Now, Reference USA is a powerful free tool if you attain it the way I'm going to be showing you how to get it. You will need a local library card in order to take advantage of what Reference USA has to offer. So if you have not renewed your local library card, or maybe you've got to go ahead and get one, uh, this is your opportunity to go ahead and definitely get that card so that you can put it to use, because this is really going to be helpful to you in getting Reference USA for free. Reference USA costs about, I believe it costs about maybe $100, $200 for, or $249 for 6 months. I'm not really sure what the cost is, but you're not going to have to worry about it because it's going to be free to you anyway. Now, it's going to be a quick way of being able to prospect for local business owners. We're going to show you that here in a minute. And one of the really good things about Reference USA is you'll be able to tell based on the amount of sales. So if you really don't want to talk to anyone, except they're making a certain level of sales, then you can do that in Reference USA. Okay, you'll also be able to do your breakdown quickly by your local area or your niche if that's what you want to do. And basically, what you're going to do is once you get a contact person, you want to contact them by mail, right? It's my recommendation. Now, you don't have to do that, but that's always going to be my recommendation because everybody's making their first contact with these people by phone. So I'm gonna, or by email. So I'm gonna suggest you make contact with them by mail, follow up by phone, and then follow up by email. Okay, so let's go and take a look at Reference USA here. And let's just open up a new browser. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into my local library. Now I live in a regional section of the Pennsylvania, so I'm actually close to two libraries. I have access to two library cards. Um, and in all actuality, I also have access to the Eastern University Library also because I teach. Again, some of these resources that, we're able to get, really come as a result of, my having some academic standing, but you definitely have a number of resources available to you if you have not, sought them out in your public library. Okay, now every library is going to be different. So now I'm going to look for this one in the research section of this library. I'm going to show you another one here too. And over on the right hand side, these electronic resources, here's Reference USA right here. Okay, so right now I'm just going to kind of pull this off to the side here so I can log in. Okay, so it's going to log me in here. I'm going to come back to Reference USA. Okay, so if you can see this on your screen, you'll notice, okay, here's 24 million businesses, 1.5 million Canadian businesses, 855 physicians and dentists. Absolutely powerful. Now, you may not necessarily be doing anything with consumers, but maybe you do want to. Canadian white pages, right? Their households, and then the standard white pages there. So we want to use this in order to contact businesses. So let's do a search, and let's do the same kind of search we did the last time. So instead of the one they give us, let's do a custom search. right? Here's 24 million businesses all across the United States here. And let's do this based on phone number, right? So I'm just going to do the very same thing. I'm just going to do it by area code. And I'm going to include a couple of other area codes, right? Maybe 717 and 610. I could I could do this based on number of employees or sales volume. And that really helps me because again, if I want to look for the kind of customer that I know is going to have the resources to pay me, then I can do this. Now, some of the information is going to be complete, so you kind of want to be careful with that. But again, you're going to get less information rather than more, and less is more because you have less to go through, and you'll be more likely to find somebody that you're really looking for. Okay, now we could break this down. We could say we only want verified business records, right? Or pre-verified records. But I tend to go through all the records. Okay, so we've got 318,000 versus 215,000 versus 102,000, right? So if you want to start with and 404 emails. So let's start with the smallest number. These are people that actually answered the survey, and these are people who have 610 as their phone number as well as 717. Right now, some of these folks are in Delaware. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to revise my search. I don't want people in Delaware. That's too far to go. So I'm going to take that out, actually. Let's update our counts. Okay, 44,000. That's a little better. Let's view our results. Okay, now I've still 717. I've still got people in Maryland. I don't want to drive down to Maryland, so I'm going to go back, revise my search again. I'm going to add some geography. I'm going to add the state. No, not Oregon. Only people in Pennsylvania. So let's update my count. It comes down again. 277,000. Cuts it in half, which is better. Let's view our results. Okay, we've still got some folks in Pennsylvania or in Maryland. So I want to revise this again. Okay, so we've got people in Pennsylvania. So we could probably break this down again by, let's say we want to do a radius. I want to do a radius around my house of 100 miles. Let's update the count. Okay, now that actually went up some. So let's cut that down. If I go back to a 50-mile radius around the center of Harrisburg, okay, now that should give me some good results. I may still have a few folks here in Maryland, but that's okay. These are people that I can call. And as you can see, I can narrow this down. Okay, so I'm starting to get folks in Pennsylvania. They're in a 50-mile radius. And okay, so here are business owners that I can start looking at. And again, I'm only looking for a couple of quality contacts a day, right? A day. So, as I look for companies, for me to call, I can continue to narrow this down according to my parameters, right? So maybe I want certain business of a certain size, certain kind of ownership. So you can see this is a pretty powerful database because it's going to help you to really narrow down your focus before you start talking about contacting people. Okay, so that is Reference USA. And hopefully, again, you can get your library card and find Reference USA and get in there and get that database and start looking for interviewees. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.